Hello, good morning, good day, good afternoon. My name is Novastar868 and we are jumping into the final weekly reset of Destiny 2. Shadowkeep, yeah, Shadowkeep. I forgot what expansion we're on for a short minute there. At the moment, it's currently the 4th of November for me. However, in America, it is the 3rd. Make sure that you get your votes in. Anyway, we're going to move on and jump straight into reset for this week. So for the final ritual reset this week, we have our typical activities on the directory. Our current contact public event is on Titan, which is very interesting. It does follow the typical cycle though, however, so that is great. So yeah, make sure to get that in if you are looking for your final little bits of power grind as you draw closer to Beyond Light. Our flashpoint is down at the Tangled Shore. This will be the last flashpoint for this season. Make sure you do turn it in, however, because we are having some flashpoints removed, if not all of them. Moving along, we have our tower. We have the typical means to an end quest that can be done in a rotating cycle. However, it is the last one. We're unsure whether there's something else inside the means to an end quest quite yet, so be sure to look on social media to see if there is. You have your 8 weekly bounties for the Gambit playlist, as well as your 8 weekly bounties for the Gunsmith, Crucible Handler, aka Lord Shax, and your Vanguard Operative, aka Zavala. Moving along, we have our general directories down the bottom here. This week we actually have double Nightfall the Ordeal rewards, so be sure to pick whatever one of these that you decide to farm. And our current Nightfall seems to be in the Hella Basin. Fantastic. If I remember that correctly, that's the Nocris strike. Forgotten the name of it. Strange Terrain. There we are. Strange Terrain. I mean, it's right in the middle of the screen. It is 2 a.m. for me, so yeah, a little tired. Obviously, you got your typical powerful and pinnacle there. So your pinnacle is to get a 1k Nightfall completed, which this one's actually pretty easy to do, even as a match-made activity on Legend or below. And your secondary objective for a powerful tier 1 is complete 3 Nightfall the Ordeals. If you do the second lowest difficulty, you will get 2 points added to that total instead, therefore making a total of 2. Then you do the lower difficulty and add that extra 1 on top, so you can ideally do 2 ordeal runs. Moving on, we're going to move on to our Gambit directory. Inside our Gambit directory, we do have our typical Gambit rituals. So you got a pinnacle activity reward for the Gambit normal playlist. That's 3 matches, as well as 3 Gambit matches on this playlist too. So take a pick, your choice. Moving right along, we do have Crucible. We do have our 4 matches completion on our rotator, which will give you that powerful tier 1, as well as your pinnacle, which can be found from core activities, and that's completing 4 matches with them. I think I've covered everything. On the moon, however, quickly, we do have our nightmare hunts. I'm surprised we don't have all of the nightmare hunts for the final week. So we do have the Fear Nightmare Hunt, so Fogoth. We have Rage, which is Dominus Ghoul. And we also have Isolation, which is Tanix. We also do have our Tier 1 Powerful Reward that can be obtained through the Mystery Disturbance Campaign Heroic Replay Mission, as well as your powerful powerful gear for your Luna's Calling quest. You have to complete the memory there if you haven't done this already from the base campaign, as well as your Nightmare Slayer task, which is defeating nightmares within the Sorrowing Harbour, which can be located up here during that public event. Moving on to our dungeons quickly, we do have the Pit of Heresy again as normal. That's 1 pinnacle. This pinnacle, as a quick reminder, does come with a masterworked piece of gear at the end of the dungeon. So at completion of the dungeon, you will get a masterworked piece of gear. Be sure to use that gear for Ascendant Shards and Ascendant Prisms. Sorry, Enhancement Cores and Ascendant Prisms? Enhancement Prisms? Enhancement Prisms. Because Ascendant Shards are the golf balls. Because this loot that drops from this dungeon will be power capped at 1060. Because it is loot that's coming directly from the season that the expansion was attached to. However, there is a different situation with the Prophecy Dungeon. With our Prophecy Dungeon, we obviously have the Defeat Kel Echo, which is the final boss. And this drops pinnacle loot that's relative towards the current season. If you are unsure, moving into the final reset, what is being sunset and what is not, there is a fantastic little website made by Destiny Recipes. Give them a quick Google. Be sure to support him if you feel like the website is fantastic. He supplies you with 3 different websites. You've got the Chalice website for your Chalice for the final week if you feel like doing some Chalice runs. He also has the Sunsetting Weapons website, and he also does the season prep list for whenever you want to prep for the next season. Be sure to check him out. He has a fantastic array of websites, and that will tell you exactly what is leaving. If you want to try out Braytech as well, braytech.org, fantastic site as well. I've used that for quite some time. So as you can see here, this gear that I have on at the moment is from this dungeon. It's the Flowing Cow Coda headpiece, which has a jacked recovery stat because of the general armor mod. This little icon here explains the exact season that the gear was obtained from. And if you on PC hold E over the top of your gear, you'll notice that it shows the current power as well as the power limit and the seasonal power cap. Now the current power is the current power that armor is currently sitting at. The power limit is how far it can go up to. And the seasonal powerful cap is the current cap that you cannot go above. No matter how hard you try, you will not go above this power cap. Other than that, we'll quickly jump across to the Eververse store. Have a quick look at the Eververse store. So they are doing a few promotionals on the promotional window, as well as season of the arrivals and soon. So they're pretty much enforcing you to quickly grab these bundles. They do have the Radar Scout accessory bundle here on the main window. They're offering the Sand and Sun weapon ornament for the Traveler's Chosen, which can be found inside your seasonal tab, and that is all. So we have on our weekly offerings the Sabrage Assault, the Bad Dog weapon ornament, looks fantastic. We have the Toaster Sparrow. Haha. We also have the Big Red Button emote. Let's take a quick gander at that. We'll take a look at the other emote in a minute. Stop emote. And it did nothing. Here's this emote quickly. There we go. And we also have a Tiger Trance, matter of fact. Looking pretty sick. On our daily offers for today, we do have the Clock Cleaner emote. Finisher. Not bad, not bad. So you can pick that up for a discounted price at 600 silver. Having a quick look at the seasonal tab right here. I'll go back to the other tab because I didn't look at the Bright Dust purchases. This is all the stuff that you can get before the end of the season. Be sure to take a look at it. This stuff does not rotate, so be sure to pick it up. A few things about some of these items as well. All of these items will be going into the Bright Dust the bright engrams, but they will be going in there 3 seasons later than the current season. So 3 seasons time, you'll see these added to the loot pool of the bright engrams, yes. So we'll move along to here quickly. So we've got our typical consumables here. We also have this ship, which I believe I'm wearing on my hunter right now. We also have the kit bash shell from Season of Opulence, looking pretty roughed up. This one also has guiding light as well, but please remember that all mods are changing on ghosts moving forwards. Your ghost will have its own mod slots around here, in which you can slot guiding light, which is being increased to 12% as opposed to 10%. We also have another transmat effect, and we also have a nice little shader. Let's have a look at the shader. I actually really like that shader. I'm going to grab that shader. Moving into our archives, we got our typical archive items. Some of the seasonal items from this season might go in here next season. I don't know. So you can see a bunch of the items here. Be sure to check them out when you jump in game again. And we do have a few items inside our Bright Dust store. So we have the another emote. We also have the leggy dance. Looking pretty solid there. Another sparrow. I mean, I don't mind these sparrows. Armorlong is one of the weapon manufacturers, but I don't know. We also have the hissing silent ghost shell. Looking good. Please purchase your ghost shells on the base of appearance now and not on the mods that they currently hold. Jewel of Saturn ship. The Stern Symbiosis weapon ornament. And a ghost projection for anyone who actually cares about ghost projections. In terms of flair, we do have a few stunning shaders. I feel like this armor that I'm wearing complements every shader. Looking fantastic. This one I also really like the look of, so I'm going to quickly snag this one up. We have a few of our old transmat effects, as well as one from Season of Opulence. And we also have one from Season of the Worthy. No, Season of... I don't even remember the name of this season. Season of... Same 14, I guess. And you've got your typical consumables down here. Your expansion slot is exactly the same. Please remember, guys, that there is downtime on the last day of the season. The in-game calendar on the seasonal calendar is updated to end exactly on reset time. As you can see, it says the season ends in 6 days and 9 hours. Now, normally that would say around about 6 days and 23 hours, or like something like that. Yeah, 6 days and 23 hours. But because they've updated it for the downtime, it is going to show us 6 days and 9 hours. So you have 6 days and 9 hours to get into these destinations that are going. When the game goes down, the destinations that will be leaving, just as a reference again, will be all of the destinations that have a pyramid on them within the system. We have Mercury, Io, Mars, and Titan. Whether they're going to be returning, we do not know. At the launch of next season, we will have, obviously, the Tower. We'll have Earth with the EDZ and the Cosmodrome. We will also have Nessus, the Moon, Dreaming City, Tangled Shore, and the newly added Europa. Other than that, there's not much else that's really going on except for making sure that you get your Nightfall, the Ordeals in. It is double loot drops, so get those Ascendant Shards, get those Prisms, get those Cores, get those Exotics, just get them all. Other than that, guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I am so excited for Beyond Light at this point. It is unreal. We should be doing daily resets. No, not daily resets. Weekly resets every single week. And I will get better at this formula eventually. This is my first time doing a weekly reset video, and I am doing it at 1 a.m. If there's any improvements that you want me to add into the daily reset or weekly resets, please let me know. And I should eventually get a formula sorted out in terms of what I'm going to be basing the reset off. Because it's the last reset of this season, we don't exactly know how reset's going to go next season. So we're going to play it by ear. Other than that, if you want to catch me in my raids and in my live streams, I live stream currently from Thursday through to Sunday, with surprise streams happening anywhere between Monday to Wednesday. At the moment, we're currently doing raid practice, and this Friday we're doing a scrim scram, sort of like last hooray of all of the different raids that are disappearing. That will be the Leviathan raids down here, as well as the Scourge of the Past. And I think that's all of them. Yeah, that is all of them. So be sure to check out my Twitch. That's www.twitch.tv/Novastar868. I do have a schedule there. I also have a Discord there as well. So if you go down to my channel, you click on my Discord link within the About Me sector of my channel. That's where you can find and get more up-to-date sort of, like notices and that sort of stuff in regards to surprise streams and delays and all of that other juicy stuff. We also do provide a ton of different chats for you to enjoy and talk to people. A lot of things like our Destiny chats, which allow you to post your roles and people will be able to vote on them and so on and so on. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I shall talk to you guys later. I hope you have a fantastic final week. We hope to have a seasonal event this week. Fingers crossed, I will be live streaming it. Other than that, take care, guys. Have a fantastic final reset, and I'll see you on Europa. Nova, out.